Hello and welcome to another episode of Health Hacks with Lloyds Pharmacy. With restrictions lifting, travel is set to be huge this summer. So we'll be covering everything travel health, COVID travel requirements, travel vaccines and much more with our resident pharmacist Lee. So Lee, what considerations should we take into account before we travel this summer?
So I think many of us will be out of the habit of travelling, so we'll need to fish out the lists of all the things that we need for when we're travelling. But in terms of additional requirements, because of the pandemic, for most people travelling to most destinations, many of the restrictions have been lifted. So if you're fully vaccinated and you've downloaded your NHS COVID pass, that's probably all you'll need to show. If you're not fully vaccinated, there may be other considerations that are necessary depending on where you're going. So you'll need to potentially show proof of recovery from a positive COVID test within the previous 6 months, or you may need to have a negative test before you travel. Lloyds Pharmacy offer a range of different tests, whether that be lateral flow testing or PCR testing, and it's different for every country. So if you're travelling to various countries, you need to check the requirements of each country you're going to, and it's really important to check if there's requirements from your travel provider. So if an airline has specific requirements also, it's really important before you travel and for peace of mind that you are aware of what tests you'll need and get that all booked in. The information is freely available in the Foreign and Commonwealth Office. If you're unsure of your requirements, you can always pop into the pharmacy to ask for some advice. Then it's really important to stock up on some essentials. So some people will require masks or just want to wear masks or face coverings whilst they're travelling. But when you've arrived at your destination, there may be requirements whilst you're there for certain indoor events or use of public transport. So stock up on your masks before you travel.
Over to Jagdeep, who's going to talk to us about the COVID-19 Fit to Fly tests available at Lloyds Pharmacies.
Thanks Della, thanks Lee. Hi, I'm Jagdeep from Lloyds Pharmacy. I'm just going to talk to you about the Fit to Fly tests that we offer here. So the first one is our PCR test. The PCR test takes from 24 to 36 hours for you to get back to the result. And once your result has come, you get a downloadable certified Fit to Fly certificate. It can be used by both adults and children that don't have COVID-19 symptoms. The second one is the LFT test, the lateral flow test. With this lateral flow test, it takes up to 2 hours to get the result back. Once we get your result, you can also get a downloadable certified Fit to Fly certificate straight after. This test is available for both children and adults.
So now we're going to look at Lloyds Pharmacy Travel Vaccine Checker, and Lee's going to take us through it.
So the Lloyds Pharmacy Travel Vaccine Checker is a great resource of telling you all the vaccinations that you might need or might consider having before you travel to a foreign country.
So how do you use it?
So it's really, really easy to use. You log onto the website, put in the country or countries that you're visiting and the dates in which you're going. It's really important to have your itinerary, if you are visiting several countries, out in front of you. The different vaccines you might need to have can vary depending on which country you're travelling to and from if you're travelling to various different sites. So like I say, you put in your destinations, it will tell you which vaccinations might be mandatory, so there'll be enforced requirements. You have to have proof of those vaccinations before you travel to those areas. Which ones are recommended, so where levels of disease are quite high in those areas, so that you should seriously consider getting those vaccines, and other ones that would be more optional to you because the risk is lower depending on where you are going to in those countries.
So which vaccines do you offer?
So we offer the whole range of vaccinations. So you've got hepatitis A, hepatitis B, typhoid, yellow fever, Japanese encephalitis, the whole range, plus not just vaccination. There's a risk of malaria still in various different parts of the country. So when you do a full assessment, you would see what the risks are of malaria as to whether or not that's just trying to avoid getting bitten or whether or not you need antimalarials to keep yourself safe while you're away.
So who can use this?
Anybody can use this. Basically, you can log on as an individual, you can get an appointment for yourself, for you and somebody else, or for you as a family. You have an initial appointment, so you can use the website just to check what you need. But if you proceed and go ahead to get the vaccinations done, you have an initial health screening appointment through our sister company, Master. So one of the travel health nurses will go through your itinerary with you, full health screening, go forward to the recommended vaccinations, and then you can have the vaccinations done at a Master site or within the Lloyds Pharmacy network.
So Lee, any final tips before we go away this summer?
So if you're not sure what medicines to bring with you while you're away, pop into your local Lloyds Pharmacy just for some handy tips as to the sort of medicines that should be in your essential bags. Don't forget to stock up on sun care, your after sun, and really importantly, pick up some insect repellent to avoid you getting bitten while you're away. There's some really handy information on the website, so there's lists to make sure that you don't forget some of the essentials so that you can enjoy your holiday, and there's loads of information on our travel blogs at lloydspharmacy.com. We're here for more.
Thanks so much, Lee. Well, that's travel essentials sorted. If you want to head on over to lloydspharmacy.com, you can find out more information, and we'll see you on the next episode of Health Hacks.